Hey everybody, I'm back with the 1974 Saab Sonett 3 parts car. I'm going to take off today the steering rack and the front suspension. I want to get a little better look at this thing. We're inside the engine bay now. I'm actually sitting in it, which is kind of rare for a Sonett to be able to sit in here. But here's the upper control arm, the lower control arm's down here. The CV axle goes through here, the half shaft, whatever you want to call it. So we just have a few bolts here we'll take out. Alright. Well, you can see why I couldn't get the control arm out, because it's got this hat on it. These things are really weird because they're a combination of different eras. So you have, like, you started out with a three-cylinder, 2-stroke engine, yeah. And then they upgraded to the V4, but they never really upgraded the rest of the. They didn't really change it. Oh. Okay. But then they changed the interior. They changed the body. But they didn't change. But for the Sonett, you have a whole new body on basically a 40s car with a 60s engine. Yeah, exactly. In the 70s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really weird. That's pretty funny. Which is part of why I love them, because they're so freaking bizarre. Yeah. Sorry. No. That was me. Oh yeah, I got it. Remove control arm bolts from the comfort of your own home. Got my lovely assistant Q over here pulling the other side off for me. Yeah. Teamwork. So I'll go ahead on those control arms. 2 people in 1 car? Not in my backyard. So we had an issue with the tie rod end that the bolt in here was spinning inside the end. So what we're going to do is I took the ball joint and everything out, and we're going to pass it straight through when I take the steering rack out. We got 2 more bolts on the top of the steering column. We got to pull the steering shaft out of the pinion in there, so I'm trying to get a little leverage on this thing, see if I can pull it back. No, that's not doing what I thought it would. I got the column stand retaining screws. Pull the steering wheel shaft out of the steering gear pinion. Okay, huge thanks to Brian from the Saab Restoration and Preservation group on Facebook. We're under the car right now, and we can see this little spline shaft. Let me get the camera in. There's a spline shaft on the very front end of the steering column, so you can see that there's a little lock bolt on that, a little pinch bolt or whatever, that actually holds that shaft onto the steering column, it looks like. So I'm going to get that out, and then we should have this part of the steering column separated from the steering rack. We'll see how it goes. That was such a pain in the ass that I jammed a nut, or I jammed a wrench up against the steering column so I can actually hold it. You can't get the master out unless you take the steering rack out, apparently. The wrench lifts up when I turn it, so I have to be very careful that I don't jostle it, or else it will fall down again. Much better. I've unhooked both brake lines and the filler tube that go to the brake master cylinder. Looks like that has to come out first because nested behind it is the clutch master cylinder. So I think there might be another cotter pin and pin in the brake pedal lever itself, just like there was in the clutch. So I'm going to try to get that, and I should be able to pull both the cylinders out and then push those pedals out of the way and get back to the steering column. There is no cotter pin there. It's just a some kind of rivet that goes through, so I think I might have to pull these off. I'm going to Google a picture of this master cylinder and see if this comes on it, if there's a shaft coming out. These babies are on Facebook already. I'm in kind of a tough spot because I don't know how to get the bolt off there on the steering column. A little pinch bolt and kind of at a standstill. So I might try some other stuff. I'm not sure what I'll try, but this is the hard part of working on old cars. Oh yeah, I moved. So we're at the new place. The car is outside now. I'm going to show you what I've been doing with the steering column. Moves! Yes, it's out! Okay. Get the column out. Let's see. No damage on the back, but we do have a lot of scuffs on the front. I think it's still usable. I think someone could put that together again. With bolts this time. And now we have something we can possibly work with. Ta-da! All right. Oh God. Bolts out. Done. Let's go get a marker. This is the fun part. Ready? Done. I've been working on this for quite a while, and I think it's ready to go to the junkyard. Let's take a look at what's left. The entire drivetrain is gone. Every attachment piece that I could pull off is pretty much gone. We only have bump stops and nuts on the suspension parts. In the interior we have some seat sliders that I may try to get out. The pedal box, which is pretty badly rusted, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the pins out, but I may be able to get the rubber pads off the pedals. The entire dash area is pretty much done. Inside, I mean, the whole interior was trashed anyway, so I took that out and threw it away. Got the e-brake. I got the gas tank back here. And then the body is actually pretty messed up, so we've got a couple cracks here. I got the gas tank filler there, which wasn't worth trying to get out because I had no key. Got the side markers, tail lights. The bumper is not worth saving, in my opinion. Most people go to Euro bumpers if they want to do something with that. I don't even know what this antenna thing is, but it looks ugly and I don't want to take it off. Got the rear window off, and that actually bolts through to the roll bar, which is also off. There's no latch anymore, and inside there's no brace on the back. Nothing left inside. This I had to cut to move the car because it wouldn't fit in the trailer. Got the entire rear axle out. The only thing left is a bump stop and an old shock. The trunk floor is rotted out. The rockers are both rotted out. They have some pretty bad, nasty rot. The hinges, I can't get these pins out, so I'm not going to worry about the hinges. I have the doors off, obviously. And the floorboards are still good, so I'm going to try to borrow a Sawzall and get that out. But otherwise, this thing's pretty much done. I think the next installment will be cutting this thing apart and loading it in the truck and taking it out to the scrapper. Thanks for watching.